And welcome to Team Zero presents the Opus 6 review of Lightning. We're sorry we've been so long. I think we've had a nice refreshing break. How about you? I'm here today, Scott Silver Seraph, and I'm here with Eva. Hello.
Hello.
And Tom.
Hello.
Right. Yeah, how is everyone today before we get into it?
Pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. We're all ready? Tom,
Yeah.
strike it in.
Right, the first card of Lightning in Opus 6 is FFTA2 Alcid. Just a free cost backup that when he enters the field, you can dole 2 forwards. It's called Alcid.
It's a good card, but it's called Alcid.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I like it, but I don't like it.
I don't like it for the name.
It's better than Esther Soldier. It's better than Bard. It's better than Chemist. It's basically Shiva on a backup. It's searchable by Luso, technically. But it's called Alcid.
And I prefer the other Alcid.
I think everyone prefers the other Alcid.
Well, Alcid combo.
So, exactly. So,
yeah.
As far as... Well, to be honest, we'll see later on that people might be playing Alcid combos less in Mono Lightning sooner or later. But we'll see why that is. But Alcid itself, well, I guess if you're playing Pauper, this is a lot better than the other Alcid, because you can't have the other Alcid.
Yeah. Plus, it's doling 2 cards, which is always nice to have.
Exactly.
Playing.
I mean FFTA2 deck. You know.
So look
could
at...
be useful.
If you look at the backup Chemist from Opus 1 in Ice, that one is the same cost as Alcid, but it only does one thing, not 2.
Yeah.
So it's just flat out someone got something better than Ice. Yeah. So how do people feel about scoring this?
I mean,
yeah.
Average.
Yeah, it's about... I'd say it's a 3, to be honest. It's quite a powerful effect.
I'd say it's a 3.
But it's stopped from being anything higher because it's called Alcid.
If it wasn't called Alcid, the ability would be like... he does it on 2 CP plus breaking himself as a standard unit.
To be honest, if it wasn't called Alcid, it would be a 2 to 3 of in every Lightning Ice deck.
Yeah. I think they knew that because it was called Alcid, people were like meh, so like, let's make a good card, but make it so people don't want to play it.
Yeah.
They'd be like, we've just made a really great card, but it's like a super awesome backup, and we've decided to call it Estinian. It's one of the original things, but it's really good.
Yeah. It's like there's the whole... and the thing is, it's a backup as well, so there's no magic pot sort of shenanigans you can pull off, like you can with a Estinian, or...
You could, if you're running a pingy deck, you could run Lulu. Play this Alcid first, break it with Lulu for some ping, and play Alcid onto the field off that.
Yeah.
Break 2. Maybe.
Yeah, that's good. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe this might get Opus 7 Alcid with an S ability.
Ooh, that would actually be quite useful, to be honest.
It would, yeah.
It'll probably just like deal 7k to the ball or something.
Well, to be honest, it's not too bad, because the 4-cost Alcid, you do actually want to go in, kill something, and then go to the break zone. Because then you can either fish it back out the break zone, or you can play another one. So generally, you're unlikely to have an Alcid stuck on the field. But if you play this, then there is. So you kind of need that Lulu to get rid of it. Or the Furion, or something. Yeah. Yeah, okay, moving on. Arisia Alracia. She's a 2-cost lightning backup called from type 0, and she's an arch sorceress. Ooh. And you can pay 1 lightning CP and dull her to discard a summon, and then search for a summon and add it to your hand. This is actually a pretty powerful effect, I'm not gonna lie. Underrated at first, but I mean, in cadets, unfortunately, type 0 standard deck, it's not seeing play because the other one's better, right?
Yep. There's also not many summons.
Yeah, but outside of cadets, which is a lot of decks, being able to, especially if you're working with something like Summoner to dig summons from the break zone, and put them back into your
You
hand.
can
so
swap summons, yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, I've got this, I don't know, I've got a Cyclops stuck in my hand, which is great and all, but I'd rather have an Exodus.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ability to just swap summons into something more powerful, or at least more situational. You could switch Ramus around with each other, perhaps, or something, just to give you the thing that you need at that point in time. Any time you can search for a summon, to be honest, is always good.
Yeah. I mean, you could run Lightning Ice and just discard Shivas if you don't want them.
Yeah.
Just like the crappy one-cost Shiva, just to make your other Shiva better.
And the best thing is, you can run it with Summoner, also from the same set, and then dig those Shivas back up later in the game if you want to use them.
Yep. Who needs forwards? Just get a full summon deck and have one cost.
Aorisha is also reusable. She doesn't
Yes!
break herself.
No need to remove her.
And if you can activate her again, you can use her ability multiple times a turn.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, there's still a lot of CP to waste, and you're ditching a lot of cards, and you'd need a handful of summons. But yeah. I mean, the things you kind of want from this are like Diablos and Valafor, though.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Exodus and Odin, perhaps. Although some Odins you'd rather at the top of your deck, really, rather than in your hand.
Well, if you've got Type 0, you may as well
Actually, no,
chuck in.
it's good. You got 7 cost Odin, yeah? Okay.
Mhm.
What you do is you have that in your hand, and you use Aorisha's ability to drop it into the break zone, and then you use Lightning to put it at the top of your deck to get ready to trigger any X Burst off the Sawyer. Boom. That's what you do. Yeah. See?
Yeah, like, it's a use.
Yeah.
It's a very good card. She's cheap.
Yeah.
She's just.
I mean, if you are
Good.
running it with Wind, you can use Rem to bring her back.
Yeah.
Or get...
Rem-
so if you're only running like one copy of her or something,
Rem brings every good card back from the break zone.
Sure. I was gonna give this 3 because like it has some very specific decks that it revolves around.
No. Bring her Trey. That's fine. Yeah.
Emma, you want to take the next one, please?
Sure, we have a Theatre Rhythm, Adea, and switch from FF8. You dull her, put her in the break zone. You choose one job witch in your break zone and play it onto the field. And you can only use this ability during your turn. So basically, you discard her for you get rid of her from the field to play another Adea.
Or Ultimacia.
Or Ultimacia, yeah. So you swap it for a better card whenever you need it. Like back Adea, for example. The other backup Adea.
I think the main target for this is forward Adea, to be honest.
Possibly,
But
yeah.
there's the downside that it's only
'cause
going to
it's-
break 4 upon entry, but you get
Yeah.
another. It's like you get a 4th or 5th or whatever Adea.
Well, I guess it depends what you want.
The
Because
6 cost Adea does win games though, so yeah.
it does, yeah. It's a good card. That's a really good card to search for. But if you're running up against like a really high power, like high cost deck, I mean backup Adea could help win a game or at least stall it.
If your opponent has Golbez and they break it to bring in like 2 to 3 haste guys, yeah, you trigger this off of that and then play Ultimecia in, and all of those enter dull, and watch your opponent cry.
Yeah.
Or you could just hate yourself and play Opus 6 Ultimacia.
I mean,
Yeah. Bad card.
why don't you just dull your forward? It doesn't specify your opponent's forward. Dull all your forwards.
Why don't you wish
That's
that
true.
Semblance of the Witch
Because
was job
you
witch?
can stop someone else hitting your target by dulling 3 of your own to dull another one of your own.
I mean, it would act. That would hard counter Ice Summon that break dull forwards blanket effect.
No, it wouldn't. It does the opposite of that. It helps Zalara.
Kill your own forwards.
I mean,
Why
sure.
not?
It's clearly a
If you're really losing, then yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Cypher can search this card. Whoop, whoop.
you cipher into Wadea.
Pretty much.
Amadeus.
Artemisia.
Yeah, into the other Cypher, because it's better. Not specifying which, but yeah. Ooh. Ooh. I don't think this is a good card. I don't
It's
know.
obviously the really bad cipher.
Yeah. Mm. This is limited use. I don't
Hey.
know about you.
Yeah, it's
If Renoa
It's very
was a
specific.
witch, this would be great.
well, you have some bias there.
No, because like in the games that she's technically a witch as well.
Yeah.
There's a theory that she is Ultimecia, so
Ooh, possible future cards.
So- yeah, like if Renoa was Job Witch as well, this would have been a lot better a card, because Opus 6 Renoa is seeing a shit ton of play, to be honest. And like being able to re-blink in, for example, the 6-drop Cane to drop another thing by 5k, or to fling in Alcid or things like that. Like, that's quite powerful. Or, of course, do the other legendary Renoa and just protect your entire board state, you know?
Yeah.
Or get a free searcher off of it, because you can do that one. But it's not! So it's only a 2 Bergen.
2 Bergens, I'd say.
One for every named target it can search for.
Bring back, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Tom, do you want to take a really good card?
The next card is Saruman and Sauron combined, holding the Eye of Mordor.
Also known as the best card in this set.
Yes.
Nah, 2-cost Black
It's-
Mage. So, Estini, 5-cost Dragoon, like everyone happy now, from Final Fantasy XIV, 8k power, and if you control 5 or more backup, Estinian gains haste, and when he's blocked, you break the blocking board. And once he's been blocked, just pay an extra lightning CP, activate Estinian, and he can attack once more this turn. And yes, you can nearly infinitely do this and do some fun shenanigans with Opus 6 Renoa.
Nope, no, you can't.
Can you not anymore? I thought the
No,
consensus.
Renoa enters you dull. You can with Magic Pot, though.
Oh,
So, not with Renoa, but with Magic Pot. Yeah. You can do this.
Oh.
You can do this 6 times. You can have Estinian score 6 points of damage, I think. Maybe. Actually, wait, no. You can do 8 with 3 Magic Pots.
Yeah, 8 damage. You'd need a CP in hand, but you should have enough.
Yeah, that's about right, because you trigger Magic Pot off of the score.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that might work.
Also, it does say he's an 8k. He's an 8k.
Sorry?
It says he's an 8k, but he's basically a 10k.
Yeah, with Kane. Yeah.
Because you're probably playing this card either late on to take advantage of the 5 haste thing, but you could just use Red Mage and argue that better. Or you're playing it early on, but there's not really a bad time to play Estinian.
It's searchable.
no.
Unless you know they 7-cost Odin and then swing with it.
Sank is really good with this, isn't it?
Yep, just force it to block.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what?
Just Sank and Zuyu.
Yeah, exactly. Zuyu. That's the biggest comparison to Estinian here. Like, if you're facing both of them on the field, ouch.
And it's not like it's hard to do, because
That's just like
Lightning-
that you get 2 to 3 points of free damage in every turn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's grim.
I mean, if you have the CP, like, if you're playing Sank, you've probably got, 8 in your deck, or some other way to activate cards. Just keep activating Sank, keep forcing him to block.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
just a way to board wipe your opponent. To be honest, it's the same as Sank into Zuyu as well, though.
Yeah.
Except Zuyu takes damage, whereas Estinian doesn't, because it breaks on the block step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
rather
But
than
Zuyu
damage
has
step.
strike, so he's usually okay when you force him to block something.
Mm.
He's usually like, block this other 9k board.
This is the card that made Dragoons playable.
This is the card that broke pre-release.
Yeah. Actually, no. I don't know, but I know the guy who got Astinian won like quite well with everyone except for me by using Astinian. Because
Right.
I had so much burn in my entire deck that Astinian didn't survive the turn it entered. But yeah, like I know it ran through a lot of other people. Did it run through
He's
you,
a
Tom?
good card if you can get him to stay.
Yeah.
He's amazing. Yeah.
I mean, I red dragoned him on entry, so like.
True.
I mean, he beat me to first in the pre-release, so
Yeah, true.
forever second.
What?
I came second, forever second.
Yeah, but Ever didn't come second. Yeah.
Scott, Estinian.
Yes. Oh, other
Yeah.
Astinian. Hello. Yes. Now this would have been a decent card, to be honest. If it wasn't for the fact it's called Astinian.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, this Astinian's actually a decent Dragoon to put in your deck because you're pretty much only running Mono Lightning or maybe Lightning Water anyway, so you don't care about the pre-cost, which is basically like Nimbus. Although you can pay for Astinian with Shantoto because she is a Lightning backup, and so is Kamari, obviously. But Haste and First Strike 7k, it's just like a slight upgrade from Freya.
But it's gonna be a 9k.
Sorry? Yeah, effectively 9k. 3-drop 9k off of Kane, so that's...
Dragoon deck can get this to a 10k pretty easily.
Exactly, running Lulu or whatever. It's searchable.
Yeah.
This would... And it boosts the other Dragoon like the other Astinian or all the Dragoons do. So, like, this would have been a great card, and then everyone's like, wait, what? Legend Astinian? Sorry, this Astinian... quite a
He falls
tragedy,
short.
No,
I just played this.
it's such
what
a
a game
tragic
Astinian.
story. Like, this card would have seen play if there
If it
wasn't
wasn't
a better
Astinian.
Astinian.
It can be
Unless
played
you're
in
playing-
both decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can be played in the Pauper deck. That is true. So,
Yeah.
if you're doing Pauper Dragoons,
Like,
this is
It's just a light White Tiger Nimbus, and that doesn't really see much play, so
No.
but Estinian's a better version
But
of
that's
that, I'd
because
say.
Brave inside Ice, everyone's like, okay.
Wow.
Whereas Haste and First Strike and Lightning, I mean, it fits the theme, but Haste and First Strike is always good. And you don't generally see something at 7k in Haste naturally without another attached condition. I think that's more the thing here. I've given it 3. I would probably give it 2 if it was like the whole... In comparison to the other one, but I'm not that cruel.
Yeah.
So...
Yay!
Hello.
They both need that.
You want to take the other disappointed named one?
And the other does. Hey.
Yeah, our good friend.
Yeah. A forward. When a dark forward of your opponent enters the field, your opponent gains control of Kane. But when your dark forward, and from the field into break zone, your opponent gains control.
I think we lost you a little bit there, Eva. You alright? Hello?
Nope. Ever's gone.
She's gone.
I'm here. I'm here.
You seem to like... We didn't hear you. For
Oh,
some
okay.
of that. You just glitched out.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Kane, 3 cost 9k. Mind control.
To your
Card.
opponent.
Yeah, to your opponent.
So...
Opponent plays a dark card, you want your dark card to then die. So
Yeah.
I mean, getting rid of everything outside Camelot or the Emperor is relatively easy.
if Camelot dies when his designated element is like lightning, does Kane come back to your side, or does Camelot class as a lightning forward?
Right. Oh,
What exactly?
actually... No. Right. No,
At the beginning,
nah, that's
no,
weird.
it says Camelot becomes this element.
When Camlanaut changes to lightning, he doesn't give Kane back though, because a Dark Forward isn't put from the field into the break zone.
Yeah.
So technically, by playing Camlanaut and then the following turn changing it to lightning, presuming they're facing mono lightning, they actually still get to keep Kane until you play a dark card or they play the dark card that they searched for. And
You have to choose to make Camelot a dark card, by which they'll realise, oh, he wants Kane to die. Let's target Camelot, or not Camelot, sorry, let's just not kill Camelot this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just dull and freeze Camelot with like a Shiva or something.
I think this is a card for the future.
S ability Kane that everyone ignores exists.
Because other Dragoon Kane is great because Dragoon, and Dragoons need more power because Dragoon.
Yeah, but 6-drop Kane, enter ability, especially off Renoa, it makes him lose 5k power when it enters. With Renoa, it just deletes something, and then it's got an S ability to delete another thing.
Yeah.
And then with all the reactivation out there, because you're probably playing that one with wind, it's not a problem.
But you can only use his S ability every other turn. So.
No, but if you have wind, that's what I'm saying.
But probably tricolour really is what you're trying to force with that then.
Why are you playing tricolour?
How are you paying for Renoa? You just tapping in
yeah, I guess. Yeah, you don't have to do Renoa, but yeah, I guess.
Magic.
Yeah.
More
however you want to play it, though, Kane's cool.
Yeah, Kane has no bad card.
But yeah, this one's searchable, I guess. Yeah, it helps Freya. And there are many ways in Lightning to delete the Emperor.
Yeah, pretty easy to kill the Emperor in Lightning.
And so, unless it's Camlanaut that your opponent's got, there isn't really any dark cards that bother you, so you've got a above curve forward.
Yeah.
Could you play Water Lightning, because obviously,
right.
You then shoot in the Emperor, you then break the Emperor with something you have.
Why would you break it? No, you just shoot in the Emperor. You shoot in the Emperor to your side, because then you get Kane back. If you then break the Emperor, then surely that gives it back to your opponent again.
Well, you control. Yeah, I guess you can't mind control the Emperor.
You can mind control the Emperor, but controlling the Emperor.
What you control is put from the break zone, so I guess when he breaks, he belongs to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he can just give him back.
Yeah. So you take Kane and then give him back immediately when you fan for it or something. So, you don't necessarily. Yeah, I don't know. Sure.
Is that enough on Kane?
I guess he's attacking some decks.
Yeah.
If you really need the power, I guess. Lightning doesn't get too many 9Ks.
True.
But a lot of people run dark, so yeah.
True.
Yeah. Because dark is better than light, arguably.
Depends on the deck, but for the most part, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Timothy, your turn.
The next card is Black Mage.
As you said.
2 unit, Final Fantasy 14 for 8. Is that 8? 6?
It's 6.
7.
6 mana plus a dull, so technically 7 plus his original cost, so effectively 9.
You have to break Black Mage and choose an active forward and deal it 9k damage. This card makes me hope that there's a card that's deal an extra 2k for every CP required to play this ability, depending on just overkilling it.
So you have Magus that if there's 5 or more standard units, it deals 9k to something. And you have Black Mage, if there's 4 or more Black Mages, it deals 8k to something.
Yay.
And you can play this with Warrior of Light. But other than that, why the hell are you not A, using Odin, B, using Raiden, or C, using Bahamut for pretty much cheaper or the same cost?
Yeah. And better.
Yeah. And better. Odin is effectively...
And can be
Odin is cheaper in many ways, and just flat out breaks, and it doesn't have to be active. Raiden gets two things out of the
Bahamut
way.
you can use at the same time.
Bahamut is cheaper because it
Yeah.
can be reduced by Fang and.
But
deletes
also,
two
it's
things.
on the same turn. You don't need to wait a turn. You can't.
Yeah.
With Black Mage, you bring it out onto the field and you just wait for it.
So
you
unless
wait
it's
for the
something
right
that's immune
moment.
to summons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
If you really need a deletion on your backups, there are better options like Teller.
Yeah.
Being lightning. Like,
Even
how
without
about
Teller.
Run
Sorry?
Raijin? Just build 8k with his S ability. It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
there's haste.
Or just double Magus or something. I mean 8k, but that's still a lot cheaper.
Or Al Cid into backup ninja because you don't have a forward in hand. Yeah.
No, because you. Oh yeah,
Oh,
you get
yeah,
for free. No, you don't do the damage if you don't bring something in with Alcid, by the way. So you have to Alcid in something that maybe doesn't finish it off, and then you can use backup ninja. Either way,
ninjas are good.
Still cheaper than Black Mage. Although on the other hand, this did kill Kuja in pre-release, so like.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pauper. This is a good pauper removal, guys.
I mean, yeah.
Where
Quite a
everything
lot
is
of
overpriced as fuck.
I sense the excitement for this card, like total hype.
Yes.
I mean,
hype.
Okay. Let's cry slowly and internally. As we play. Wait, is this for me?
Yeah, it's yours.
yeah.
I get Quetzalcoatl!
Oh my goodness.
I like this card. It's a 2-cost summon from Final Fantasy VIII called Quetzalcoatl. It's an EX burst. Ooh, that just makes it better. Because you get to choose one forward you control and give it 2k, and one forward your opponent controls and detract 2k. So a 4k kind of push potentially. So you're like, oh, why don't you just use 2-cost Black Mage backup and do the same thing? Because this one gives the power to you, and you can Titan or Hecaton share or save that bloody Raban, and it works so much better in Earth than any other element with it. It's contested.
But it's also a pointless EX burst.
It's not pointless.
Oh, you're for an EX burst?
No. Right, watch this. If they score 2 points of damage against you, okay?
Yeah.
First point of damage, you hit a Quetzalcoatl. Second point of damage, you hit a Titan. You laugh.
Why on earth are you letting... The odds of that happening are too low.
I know, but it's... No, it's good. It's the same reason, like, why is Cyclops any better,
As a summon, it's
Cyclops
good,
is a bit...
but I don't see it as a...
Sorry, I couldn't hear either of you. You were both talking over each other.
Yes? Tom?
No, you can go.
No, you go first.
No, go.
Okay, fine. I just said that I don't see it as a good EX burst. As a summon, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's a strong summon. The EX burst is just nice on top. It's not. It's like one of those whole Gipple things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's contested with Cyclops, or you can run it with both. It actually pairs well with Bismarck to delete something. But this one's going to see more play with Earth, I think, and Wind, whereas Cyclops will probably see more play with Water and Fire, I think.
Cyclops has a mini advantage in that it can target a lot of cards that would avoid Quetzalcoatl. And all the things that you'd want to do off it, like Titan.
Because it's Blanket, yeah.
Blanket effect, plus it's a 3k swing, so 1k less swing. So pair that with something else that reduces.
But also, there's Quetzalcoatl's 1 cost cheaper. So
it also gets around Minwu, which is nice because it's not damage; it's reducing power.
But so does Quetzalcoatl. So
yeah.
Yeah.
2 cost.
I think good. There's a clear divide between who's going to pick Quetzalcoatl and who's going to pick Cyclops. Yeah. I think they both are really strong things that are staple within lightning, but I'm only sticking it at 3 Bergens because you're only going to pick one or the other generally, not both.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Cool.
happy.
Cool. I like this card. It did really well for me in pre-release. Next.
We have Colossus. Type 0 monster. One of the many. It's one of the 0 cost abilities. Until the end of the
Deal a K to all
turn,
forward opponent
he
controls.
becomes 7k
Ever has been.
Evers died in her mic.
and
When
when
it attacks, deal a K to all forward opponent controllers. You can
deal
only
1k to all the forwards opponent. Sorry?
use...
Okay.
You died
Your wife dead, Ever.
a mic death.
Untimely.
So, combos.
Barbaratio.
Ranger, Mumba.
Quite a few cards. Like, it's alright. It'll be nicer if it was reduced by 1k, like it's not much, but it's a nice little blanket effect that you could use to your advantage.
Don't you love how 3-cost Fire Ranger is so much better than this card? Or 3-cost Dancer Backup does the same thing as this?
Yeah.
Not the backup speed, though.
The best advantage this card has is its Type 0.
I'd say 7k body helps a little bit.
But it's a 4-cost. If it's a 3-cost, it'd be
Yeah,
decent.
but it's a monster. It's a monster forward.
Because
They're useful.
Yeah.
Like, they're useful cards because you can't target them as forwards on your opponent's turn. So, could run a monster deck with that.
I guess. Yeah.
you'd have to run that monster deck with something to make that 1k valid. Like, I guess you could do like break damaged forwards, etc., etc.
Possibly, yeah.
The thing is, though, that 1k, I mean, it finishes some stuff off, but like when Barbarisha infects and stuff, though, that doesn't take into account extra boosts. So Barbarisha is only boosted, is only taking, like, I don't know, someone who's got Duke Lark in the back down to 2k, not 1. And then Colossus doesn't kill it. And also Minwoo just flat out bodies this card.
I mean, it's a 7 cost. If you're doing Duke Lark, like it can usually, well, without Duke Lark, you could usually trade with most ice cards anyway.
Yeah.
Because ice just loves 7k. Everything is 7k.
I still think Fire Ranger is a lot better than this. It's
It's not
one cheaper
alright.
and it's got haste and it does 2k to everyone.
It's a good Type 0 monster. Nonetheless, like.
Yeah, good Type 0 monsters are Deep Burn, Wing Burn, Militesi Curl.
We're going to pass on Wingburn because that's not a good monster.
What? Wing Burn's alright.
Red Dragon is.
Red Dragon is good, but that's not. Wing Burn is Alexander.
Yeah.
Usually.
Okay.
Is that all on Colossus of Rhodes?
Yeah.
Your turn, Tom, for the other legendary that you get to talk about.
Yeah. Next card is Cypher. Yeah.
Thankfully, you said it right. I hate when people are like, oh, this is Cypher. No. Carry on.
Hello?
Hello?
You can carry on now, sorry.
You just glitched out a lot.
Did he? It's 3-cost Cypher. He's a 6k, just like every other Scyther, pretty much. Except for the searching one, which is 3k. But they're always 3-cost for a reason, and that's because of Adea. Ooh. Ooh. It's a good card. I don't know what's happened to Tom, but like, it's a good card, guys. Yeah, when it blocks or is blocked, choose a forward, loses 2k. When it deals damage, everyone on your opponent loses 2k. And when a day is up, that means there's not much that's going to be bigger than it that can block it successfully without dying or trading with him. Then you can Raijin him for haste and Fujin him for first strike, which means you can actually get rid of those 4 costs that can block because of the first strike. Ooh, and because of the 2k power reduction. Ooh. It's searchable with Selfie and Renoa. Ooh. It finishes stuff off from Barbarisha. Ooh. Cypher is cool. Like, you can S-fodder it into other Cypher. Ooh.
Back!
Hello!
He's
I've pretty
back.
much already done Cypher in your absence. Sorry.
In our absence, it was you.
You're the absent one. You became a robot and then just went completely silent.
I'm recording here and this seems to be fine. So.
Well, no, like, the connection over here was really bad.
Okay. Yeah.
It was really funny.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, on my end, you guys just both disappeared, so I just did Cypher.
You disappeared
basically
for us.
I just carried on, okay?
Now Tom gets the bad cipher.
I'm sorry, Tom. This is a good
Bad
Cypher. It's a
cipher.
4. You can have
Take
the
that
bad
Cypher.
Cypher.
Stealing from Elden.
What? No, like, you can have bad Cypher. I'm sorry.
You know what? Okay, free cost Cypher, C candidate, DFF, FF7, search, free cost, yeah.
It's
3,000
FFA.
pounds for the expert, search for a witch. Okay, it's pretty crap. Next card, go.
I mean,
Summoner.
Daya and Artemisia.
No,
It can be
there's no
searched by
discussion.
Sophie
It's
and
bad.
Noah.
Ninja, ever, go.
Actually, it's Summoner, but
No.
it's a backup. Ninja's a backup standard unit from FF14. When he enters the field, choose 1 damage forward and deal at 5k. So, like, it can kill stuff off.
Back up on your knight.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's okay.
it's okay, and it's cheap,
Yeah,
and it's a backup.
it's like 3 cost mages, but better.
Yeah,
Yep.
Because it has to be damaged, but it's 1 cost cheaper, so.
exactly.
It's not like it's hard to damage anything.
Exactly,
Like,
you just Cactuar
Yeah.
it or something, or Colossus if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
The only downside is A, Onion Knight, because you can Alcid off of that. B, Orlando is probably better than it. But yeah! Other ways to break damage things!
Yeah,
Yeah!
it's alright.
It's alright.
It's a good standard unit.
It's better in Pauper where everything is cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. God,
Yeah.
14 has a lot of cards in title series.
it has 90 something, I think. Something dumb like that. It's not as much as FF3. Is it 95? 74. Feels like more than that.
Mm. We seem to be
But, like,
skipping these
FF
cards pretty quickly. Though.
Dwarves.
Okay, that's fine. Yo, Tom, we're back to you. Have fun.
No. I
Oh, you
refuse.
don't want Deep Fern then, do you?
Deepburn is a 1-cost dragon. It's monster. It's from the best game ever created, Type 0. For
But
1
you
lightning
can
CP, 1 lightning CP and 1 of any CP, you can break a forward of cost 3 or less. Reasons this card could be better, it's not dragon. Reasons why this card is good. It's a 1-cost forward, you can drag it out of Urianger pretty easier. When it goes into the break zone, Rem can bring it back. If you're playing it with Rem, you're playing with Cadets. Cadets with 7 out can only be blocked by cost 1, 2, or 3. This breaks those cards like an irritating 3 cost is getting in your way, such as a Scott getting a bit too big. And you kill it. There we go.
It's a Lightning Brynhilda. How nice.
It's a good.
It's okay.
I mean, you pay 3 to break a cost 3 or less.
Yeah, so you're equalizing then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you're equalizing.
And also, yeah, and
But you win the
it works.
Sorry?
You get a better board state off it as well. So
You do, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right though. The biggest problem is it's not dragon.
I was not made to
Everything it
do
does
that
makes the
before
1CP
the
more
video.
better.
I was not made to say that Dragon was better at the beginning of the video, because Dragon is just a better card, and I prefer it to Deep Burn. Very much so.
But Deep Burn's type 0, so you prefer that.
Deep Burn, there's nothing wrong with Burn. It does its
Wait.
job well, it's cuts effectively.
Ruby Dragon's not type 0, what?
Ruby, of course it's not.
I thought it was type 0. That would have made so much sense.
No!
I'm not gonna lie.
Square Enix realized that giving fire cards to Type 0 was a bad idea unless they're called K-Tuna.
Alright, okay.
Or Dominion Legionary, the biggest letdown ever to be created.
Well, the bright side
It's
to
still
Deep
sold.
Burn is Urian, J, and Rem.
And 7.
And 7, yeah.
Wait, oh right. Wait, why 7 though?
Because it combos with 7.
But how?
It's like the free cost forward that's stopping all of your cadet line swinging because they could get blocked by it.
Okay.
They can't.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright, okay. Because it's, yeah, okay. Fair enough.
If it wasn't Type 0, I wouldn't be saying that, but every Type 0 card has to combo with at least one cadet, otherwise it's bad. That's how it works.
At least this card doesn't specify it must be active forward.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Yeah. Go forward.
Yeah.
Can break any once.
Like, I never understood with Lightning why a lot of their abilities only break active stuff, and then they've got other abilities which dull things.
Because Lightning doesn't care.
Alright, okay. Are we moving on?
Yeah.
Fremelda! Woo! Woo!
People's favourite girl.
Well done, guys. This is a Final Fantasy TA2 card. A 4-cost 8k from Melda,
Hi.
Sword Saint. And this, people, is your alternative to Alcid. Boom!
Hey.
When she enters the field, choose an active forward and deal it 4k for each job Sword Saint you control. You have 3 ways to get Sword Saints, including her. So Fremelda, Orlando, and Bartz. Any of the people called Fremelda, Orlando, or Bartz will count for this. So that's up to 12k. So generally 4 or 8k, generally up to 12.
You can also to make something else Sword Saint.
Yeah. Okay. Alcid is better because it brings something in for free. Fremelda is better because you don't have to have both targets in your hand.
Yeah.
And you've got Luso and Sid of Clan Gully to pull it out.
It also doesn't matter what order you play it in, because you could Fremelda for 4k, then drop Orlando to break it.
Exactly.
Or if Orlando's on the board, you can drop Fremelda.
To do
Also,
8K.
every Sword Saint, including Bart's, is an 8k forward or more.
Exactly.
That's a good board state for
I think it's a really great like for people who want to run 2-card combo instead of 3-card, or want to utilize wind more, because wind lightning's quite good, rather than mono lightning.
Yeah.
And don't want to have so many bloody Alcid targets in their deck, or are struggling against Mono Eyes Turbo Discard because you generally won't have both targets in your hand at the same time, really, would you?
Nope.
No.
So, yeah. Although, arguably, Orlando is better to play first than Fremelda, because either of them, well, the damage forward needs to be played on the same turn as something else that's damaged something. And the other one, well, just adds an extra 3k when he attacks or whatever. But if Fremelda's played first, that's just saying Orlando needs to be played on the same turn, kind of, to combo off that.
Play Fremelda in a Scions deck, and then Hashmal and make everyone a Sword Saint and deal like 20k to a forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
The act.
if you need to overkill.
Yeah, and then your whole board get it does make Idara 3k. But it's fine.
It saves space in a lightning deck though, because a lot of people tend to with Alcid anyway, they tech one copy of his searcher. What's the category 12 searcher?
I can't remember.
Not Duke-Turner, that's the night one. I can't remember his name. Whatever.
Boy, you knocked her away. I'll find this up.
The name, whatever the Emperor's called. Him. They tend to take one copy of him in to get that Alcid out.
Gram. There we go.
Sorry?
Gramis.
Gravir. Thank you,
Gramis.
Gramis. But Sidiclan Gully is better in this situation because it also searches for Ilua, which everyone is playing.
Bell.
Sorry?
And Ewan and Bell.
Yeah. If you're playing it with India.
And it searches for the best counter to Scion deck, Trickster. Best card.
It does, yeah.
It does,
and
yeah.
you can also bring out so with Luso also helps this as well, but you can bring out I don't know, Ewan maybe?
Yeah, can we just talk about how many FFTA2 cards there are and how many good?
Ironically, this actually combos quite well with Mont Blanc.
Yeah.
Because that's at least an extra 2k off of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't combo with FFTA2 Alcid because it does the forward. Lightning Stride. It doesn't combo with a few things. But yeah. It's good.
Yeah, from Elder's incredibly good. It's a 4, I think, because still not everyone's gonna play it yet. But if it becomes just a tiny bit more FFTA2 support, I mean, there's already a lot as it is, or maybe like one more Sword Saint, this card is definitely replacing Alcid.
Yeah.
Are there any other Sword Saints?
Sorry? Okay, Evan, the next one.
Ewan! The Job of Nightfall.
Why wasn't it a ninja?
I mean, yeah. FFTA2 silent person. He is... If your opponent controls 3 or more forwards, he gains haste and can't be blocked. Yeah,
Fun.
he's... Yeah.
Is lightning technically counter to overextending?
Yeah.
Like, the fact that he's FFTA2 means you can have this and Adele out. And if you're doing that, Lightning Wind, Chaos Walk of the Will, why not break your forward, let them take another one out, you and still can get haste and can't be blocked. You can play Leon in the deck if you want to tech Ice. Be like,
Leon and Kane are his best friends, people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And Furion basically does a similar thing to him, but he does it better.
He's a good card.
I think the fact he gets haste off of it is just as important as not be blocked.
Yeah.
He's easy to...
Your opponent can't do anything.
He's like Lightning Adele, but like slightly worse.
Ilua is still better than Adele and Ewan.
Yeah.
But like,
if you and Adele couldn't be targeted...
The
FFTA2 package is amazing.
This guy's like the bad guy in FFTA2, along with Ilua, so...
Poor Ewan.
Poor Ewan. Is he bad because of his fashion sense? Because damn that hat.
No, he tries to kill Luso.
I don't blame him. Luso seems a bit too full of himself, according to his card.
I don't understand how Adele was a good girl, because like she basically robbed Luso and then made friends with him. And why isn't she a thief? Why is she a Heritor and not a thief?
It's because they want to make FFTA2 not combo with anything else. They're like, no.
And,
the FFTA2.
And if there's like the lightning versus wind thing, because the wind kind of are like the good guys and lightning are like the bad guys in it, why is Clan Gully lightning? Because he's a good guy in it. It doesn't make sense.
Because good! Exclamation mark.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Also, not to be that guy, but Ewan's ellipses has one extra full stop.
Like, I know, it's rude. What?
Is he doing an ellipsis then full stop at the end? You being that extra?
This card.
He's that extra.
Can I get your thoughts on this? This card is the most underrated card of this set.
No.
He's that underrated.
Yeah.
Sorry?
He's not that underrated.
Everyone doesn't think he's that good, but it can win games out of nowhere. If you have one copy of Ewan in your deck, and you're running Lightning, so you're running Clan Galileo anyway.
I mean,
This
I know
can
what
really
card
win a game
reminds
for
me
you.
of.
If your opponent's like, if it gets to the point where you hit 6, but you're struggling to get that 7th point of damage, and now your opponent's got 7 Vikings out or whatever, and you're about to get ruffle stomped in next turn, it wins you the game.
Well, yeah, there's one card it reminds me of that's not Ilula. Reminds me of Queen.
Yeah.
Queen's Ewing's ability is the exact same as Queen's S ability.
Or the more well-known Locke's S ability.
No, Queen can't be gains haste. Queen.
Right.
Queen's best.
Okay.
Plus, Queen's a 7 body with first strike, so that can become 9k easily because 2 power boosters in a single deck. What? And you can use. You can get her to 11k with power boosters. Lulu, Maria, Moogle first class, and Ace. Like, whew, you're spoiling Lightning cards.
Oh my god, why are we talking about cadets from the Ewan?
Because Ewan wants to be a cadet. That's why he's the bad guy.
Because Queen is a lightning card.
There we go. That answers that question. Yeah.
Right, if this card was a ninja, ninjas would actually be playable. Maybe. Who knows?
I mean, if 8 was a monk, then he'd be great.
If Snow was a monk, he'd be great.
Imagine if 9 was a dragoon. Whew!
Yeah.
Whew, 10k giving dragoons more power.
If there are ways to have multiple jobs, this...
Don't you dare mention job changing.
But...
No. Because I was in chapters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, good job change. Hey, Scott, I've got a question for you.
Yeah?
What do you think of Raijin?
I don't know. I actually clicked that just as you said that.
Yay!
Who has Raijin? I forgot. Wait, you took from Elder. Oh, it's me!
Yeah,
It's me.
it's yours. Raijin's yours.
It's
Right, Raijin. He's a 2-cost backup of the disciplinary committee member. His shirt doesn't fit because I don't see how it got over his muscles and his trousers would fall down. Also, his grip on his stick looks really weird as if he's not holding it. And his neck is non-existent. But apart from that, his shoes are also thick. The card named Cypher you control gains haste. Guess what? We kind of semi-care for legendary Cypher. S ability. Choose 1 active forward, deal 8k damage. You can only use this ability if you control Cypher and Fujin. No reason not to control Fujin if you're playing Cypher deck because she's good.
Like, you kind of want to be running water, not wind with Cypher.
You just find a way to tech her in there.
Or ice. Like, there's like too many elements for FF. Or fire. Like,
just run
Fujin
Cosmos.
is the only wind card from FF8 that people want to use other than Diablos.
Run a color fixer like Cosmos or Chaos, just for her.
Just run title series because there are several other ways you can. Right, so you can search for Cypher in 3 different elements. Okay, from ice, from fire, and now from wind. Not any at all from lightning, but who cares about that? But if you really want to run it with wind, you get the S ability of Raijin.
Yeah. Yay.
8k to an active forward is such a great thing for 3 cards required for it.
Yeah.
It gives haste. That's the only reason you're running it.
Yeah.
I mean, not really.
Fujin is better because First Strike makes Cypher be able to win every single combat possible.
Well, I feel like you have 2 options. You either go for Legendary Cypher in your deck, or you run Mono Cypher with 9k free cost Idea Cypher.
To be honest, if you run 4 cost Idea with Legendary Cypher, plus Fujin, what kills Cypher? Apart from, like, Kane, which is above curve.
I I mean, not to be that guy, but Queen can do it kind of okay.
Right. Generic, right. Anything on curve, right? So 5 or more cannot block because of Adair. So only 4 and below can block Cypher. Okay? Anything that is 8k will die to Cypher because he's first strike from Fusion. So
Well, Cagna,
it needs to be something that is that is under 4 cost and higher than 8k is the only way you can kill Cypher other than just summon ability.
or it's a card that doesn't care.
Yeah. So it actually gets rid of a lot of things.
Yeah, but it's like another good card that's kind of easy to remove as well.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Like Estinion's actually surprisingly easy to remove.
there are a lot of good cards, but at the same time, people tech into it so much, and then someone spends like 3-4 CP on a summon or something, and it's gone, and then the board state's gone. They've invested in backups for it, and they don't have any forward, and then you win the game because I drew an Odin, or I drew this.
I think
Like,
a lot of it is that people generally have to spend more to answer cards like Cypher, especially with haste and first strike and stuff like that. With all the support that Cypher has, people are forced to answer him a lot more.
Deep Burn.
He's quite a distraction. I guess Deep Burn helps a little bit, but
I think like if you're playing the Cypher though, and you're playing with Fusion Raijin, like not like sure he's a free cost, but you're investing a day, you're investing a Fusion, you're investing a Raijin, and you're investing Cypher. That's 3 cards you're putting into that deck. And you want them on the board for that Cypher, obviously. That Cypher's gone. Fusion's useless, Raijin's useless, Adea isn't useless, it's Adea.
No, but if you're running more than one Cypher, that's the point.
Yeah,
you're not just running Legendary Cypher, you're running Rare Cypher, and probably Common Cypher as well.
Like it can get broken, but you could still spend another 5, 4, 3, 6 turns waiting for that Cypher to get to your hand.
If you throw 9 Cyphers in that deck, I think it's worth it.
Trust me, I've thrown 9 cards of a card in a deck before. They can all be at the bottom.
Yeah, I know, but like with the entire combination, say you're running 3 of everything, yeah? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. You're running 18 cards in your deck. That's almost a fifth of your deck. Sorry. What am I on about? 18 out of 50, whatever. That's quite a bit, to be honest. The chances are you're going to draw at least one of each.
Well, yeah, true. If you're running Fusion, you've got Win CP, I suggest running Elementalist then. Okay. Just constantly use Elementalist to stop your Cypher being able to be targeted by summons or abilities and just make him just a god on the board.
And then things you use like Diablos and Quetzalcoatl to make sure he wins combats. And Ishtar to protect and all that, yeah.
There's ways to build a Cypher deck, it's just there's a lot of Cypher decks out there that are kind of easily beaten.
Raijin's nice help for Cypher, but it's a bit of a disappointment that it's only Cypher that it helps.
I think if he also maybe gave him a power buff or something other than haste.
Yeah, I think if he gave... Yeah, because haste on the other one, the rare one's like irrelevant. But like, it may be if his S ability did something more than just 8k to an active.
I just realised the card that beats that Cypher if you got Raijin out is a FFTCG Trickster. But yeah, carry on.
Yeah. Tricksters.
I think Raijin might exist because Alpha Nord did well, people liked it. And I think they just didn't want to put that S ability on the Opus 6 Cypher or something. I don't know. It feels weird having that on the backup that he is.
Yeah, because it's more like a combat effecty, but it's on the back.
How many 2-cost backups are there with S abilities? Is it 5?
There's not many.
Because it's Deuce, Jill the Bar, and Raijin, off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm sure Aerith has one as well, doesn't she? But I think she's 3-cost.
No. Jill the Bar, Riku, Reeve, Deuce, Raijin, and Moogle 11.
Right, yeah.
Raijin probably has the most situational and after Reeve, he's probably the worst S ability on there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Raijin's not that good.
Ramu. I have mixed feelings about Ramu.
Aw,
I
we all
like
have
the
to.
fact it can do 2 things for 3. Kill a monster of 2 or less. Kill a forward of 4 or less. Sorry, dollar forward of 4 or less. Deal 7k to an active. Or give haste. So it does a Brynhilda plus something. So to an active, though. So that's something. It's like a mixture of 3 cost Odin and 1 cost Ramu. Sort of, kind of. Although they do the same thing, basically. Plus, like, the other Ramus to deal damage to things. And then the thing that makes this Ramu good is haste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Is the
Yep.
giving something haste.
I mean, you can make any card lightning, just give a card haste, and then dull something at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 cost
Or you
on
can
sub.
kill a Cactuar or a Lyak or something.
You hated this card. Well, not hated, but you just liked this card when you first saw it.
It's because at
I had
the
to tell you
release I
it was
didn't
gonna
have
be.
like things I could give haste to as much. And 1 cost Ramu does half of its effects pretty much the same.
But
2
it's
less.
a 3 cost. 1 cost Ramu. It takes. This puts it all in one card, like Diablos did with the wind stuff. It means you don't have to tech into more different cards, and then you have more space for your forwards and other summons and stuff without having to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've changed my mind on this card. So like I did with Diablos as well, yeah. Yeah,
The only one it was basically the same boss. Yeah. You ice.
A little gripe though, like one of the many 1 cost Ramus, because they all seem to be 1 cost. Okay, one of them is EX, but so both of these ones are EX bursts. Okay, one deals a damaged forward 7k for 1. Okay, so if that's the 1 CP of Ramu, then the other 2 is what, giving haste. And the other one deals 5k, so 5k is 1, 7k is 3, like, meh. Yeah, I don't think 7k is really the best. But it also, like, devaluizes, like, Brynhilda and stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
Brynhilda kind of. If you're playing Brynhilda nowadays,
People have started playing Brynhilda now because of Sejuna.
Yeah, so it's an 8k.
Yeah, because it's a lot better.
Yeah.
It's above the curve now because of Sejuna.
Yeah.
Whereas before,
that's
play. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Ramu is just every Ramu added together plus a little bit extra.
In one card, yeah.
It's really is that red mage effect that makes it good. Because it bypasses Emperor as well, because it's a summon.
It'd be nice if it was EX, maybe just for like that dulling and the breaking as well. Like the haste wouldn't matter on an EX burst, but it would. The other three abilities.
It would have been nice to be EX, yeah.
I mean, if you want to be that guy, EX burst, you're going to lose the game anyway, so just give a lightning for your opponent controls haste.
Yeah.
Be like a game.
If it was deal at 8k, like if it was 4 cost 8k, deal at 8k and EX burst, maybe, yeah. I'd say it's a lot better. Because that can effectively deal with Emperor.
I mean, you could Fremelda into Ramu. Fremelda deal 4k to something, Ramu 7k to it, breaking it probably.
Yeah, but then you just play 1 cost Ramu instead, which deals 7k to a damaged forward.
Yeah, but if you give the haste to Fremelda, then you can maybe put a damage on.
I guess.
Yeah.
Ramu's alright.
It's a 3. It's a solid 3.
It's a solid 3, yeah.
I mean, it may get better in time. If there's more 2 cost or less monsters, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's an anti-ice, I think, a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Well, I mean, deal 7k, that kills your Genesis.
It kills Locke. It kills Setzer. Yeah. Yeah. Is this Ever's turn?
It is.
Yeah.
Have fun.
5 cost Rickard. He's a Dragoon. And he is an EX burst. When he enters the field, you may search for Scott or Minwoo or Jason and add it to your hand. Wait, tell me you're not Minwoo.
Oh, okay.
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 He must block if possible. He's an 8k.
Why did it need that extra nerf? Why?
I know.
And also, like, this is a bit of a dumb card because it effectively only has 2 targets. Why is this just a worse, what do you call it? Steiner.
Yeah.
It's just a worse Steiner.
It's to make people realise that other Rickard exists and that other Rickard isn't bad. Play other Rickard. Okay,
Yeah,
there's
other
two.
Rickard's not that bad, to be
Other
honest.
Rickard, you just kind of like your Kane, who's buffing your whole board, is about to die, and he just like jumps in front of the bullet. He's like, "I'll take it for you."
No. The problem people have with other Rickard is that it's got an effect people would love on a cheaper, less strong forward.
But the thing is, Dragoons can get big easy. Like, he's big, but it's not like Dragoons can't get
He was-
another 10.
I think before Estinian-ish, kind of like he was the biggest Dragoon you could get.
10k, 11k.
Because he's the
Yeah,
biggest base Dragoon, he was.
I think. Yeah,
Well,
I think he
technically
was. Yeah.
still is, I think, but yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna bet, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if the other Ricard's ability was on, like, I don't know, a two cost 5k or whatever it is, people would play it a lot more because the ability to just protect one of their more valuable things. But the fact they're killing something that's 4 cost 8k and could probably just block the thing instead anyway. Yeah. This one anyway. This card you can search me. Hello, who's
And
decent.
apparently Tom.
Minwoo, which is probably your main target if you're actually running this.
Yeah.
Or Joseph, who never saw play.
He will one day. Don't worry. They'll make a
Who does the
lightning
same
joke.
thing as the other Ricard anyway, to be honest, doesn't he?
Yeah. But remember, Rickard must block if possible. So if you play a Dea, Rickard can't block if possible.
True. I would like to point out this card is a lot better in title format because effectively it rounds up 3 FF2 cards for you to.
But forward Minwoo is absolutely useless in title. Just remember that.
Yeah.
But you want for backup because this guy helps you build together a party to help Guy.
Yay!
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 Bear in mind, he really should. If he searched all of FF2, I wouldn't have minded.
Oh, Dragoon from Opus 4 could get the same size. Sorry.
But firstly, he's in Lightning, which isn't FF2's main colours. Secondly, he doesn't search all of FF2. He searches 3 guys from 2 different elements, which are both not Lightning.
Is he?
Block.
Yeah, there's only two. The only other forward in FF2 that's Lightning is Rickard.
Exactly.
And the other card is Black Knight because for some reason Black Knight's Black Knight. But yeah.
Yeah.
If there is a better Joseph that comes out, maybe this will see play.
The better Joseph won't be an ice card, though. It's probably going to get teched into fire.
Or wind.
You think he'd get wind?
I think fire.
Or Rickard says, like, hey guys, we might bring out more Lightning FF2.
Or water, because the other 2 targets are both water for him. So actually,
possibly, yeah.
It might try and focus it to a Lightning Water FF2 build.
I mean, Joseph is a breed card.
Layla, Vikings, Minwoo, Scott, Hilda, Gordon, that sort of area of things. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Joseph is just Rickard.
He is pretty much.
Yeah.
They do the exact same thing.
They both just die for someone else in the game, I'm pretty sure.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, could you Joseph... Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah.
No.
No. No, just you.
Someone tries to kill Rickard, so you Joseph on him, but then you do Rickard on Joseph. But no, because that wouldn't work because Joseph is put into the break zone. No,
it was gonna be something more stupid than that, but.
But yeah, no, they can't simultaneously protect each other from dying because Joseph is put, not broken.
Yeah.
Okay, actually they're both put, but whatever. Yeah, this is a terrible card, but it's only a 2 because it actually searches.
Yeah.
I feel like it looks like Rickard's in a hallucinogenic dream from like
Oh
a
god, that is so on
1980s
LSD. He's
Yeah,
like
he looks
Batman
like
on LSD.
Are you seeing Mickey Mouse in the background?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, yeah. Upside down Mickey ears.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
And remember, he's tripping with Scott and Minwoo and Joseph. They're all having a party.
Minwoo's like giving him some funny potion, and he's seeing dead people.
What,
I
Scott?
see dead people.
As I say, Scott and Joseph are both dead. So,
Yeah. He sees Scott.
hi, I'm dead.
Hi.
Next Dragoon. Next Dragoon is a 4-cost standard unit from FF14. When it enters the field, you give something first strike. Also, it's an 8k body, so you can. This is a good card for Dragoons, even if you forget that it gives something first strike, because like a 4-cost 8.
Just like the other Rickard then, just 4-cost 8k.
Yeah, it was better.
It's a standard unit though, which is important.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, what you get? Okay, what are you giving first strike in this deck? It's going in a Dragoon deck.
So
Name a card using first strike to. I'll wait.
Dragoon.
Which Dragoon?
Justinian doesn't need it. So
No.
But
Kane.
pick a card.
Dragoon.
Which Dragoon?
All the
2-cost
Dragoons.
The Dragoon we're going to be talking about after this one.
There we go.
Yeah.
Because Freya has first strike, the other Dragoons can get it easy. That Dragoon, oh look, it gets first strike. Dragoon from FFT2 gets first strike. Kane can get, and plus, like, it's lightning.
There's a lot of Dragoon cards, and for this one and the next one, I literally have exactly the same, like, 6 cards next to it. Because, like, what's the point? Like, they're both used together and in conjunction and all that.
Yeah, Dragoons.
The next Dragoon card is amazing, though.
It is.
Yeah, this one's like a 2 outside of Dragoons. It's probably like a 3 to a 4, maybe, in Dragoons. It helps
if you play this Dragoon, another Dragoon, and Kane, and that's your lineup, you have, 2. Kane gives 4-9. This becomes an 11k unit, 2 11ks, and you have your Kane.
Yeah. Finally, we've got 2-cost Dragoon, standard unit, multi-card, thankfully, because it's standard unit. FFTA2 Dragoon, as we call it, because it's, what, is it a banger? I'm not sure. I think it's a banger. It's 5k, and it is the Pugilist of Dragoons, so technically worse than Pugilist, but yeah. For each job Dragoon and card name Dragoon, other than Dragoon you control against 2k powers. And so just for any standard units, this includes things like Justinian, Freya, Kane, etc, 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 which is why this is definitely your Dragoon card that pulls everything together, I guess.
Yeah.
This is your blocking Dragoon.
You are rewarded for spamming Dragoons because this, especially the ones with haste, like Freya, and there's like 2 others I think that have haste.
Freya, FFT Dragoon, Estinian, and that's it.
Yeah, so like...
Well, hay to get blue Dragoon to get haste.
Yeah. Basically, if you add up all of the possible Dragoons, so 1 Estinian, 1 Kane, 1 Freya, and like 1 of each of the other Dragoons, I think that's like 7, 8 targets to boost.
You can get 11 Dragoons on the table at once, not including standard units having multiple copies.
Right, so 11 of them. 11 other than this Dragoon, or including?
Including that Dragoon.
Okay, so 10 others, so that's plus 20k, he becomes a 25k. Probably with first strike, because you're adding it from the other Dragoon for that turn, so he's got first strike.
13 Dragoons if you want to play 3 copies of every standard unit.
Yeah, so basically, this Dragoon gets really, really, really big and hard to get rid of. Apart from anything that just deletes 2 costs as a condition.
On top of having Lulu in the deck as well. So.
Oh, is that ignoring the Kane boost as well? The extra 2k
They
Kane boost?
did 4k, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Wow.
Yeah, this and Kane alone makes this Dragoon a 9k, 2 cost 9k.
You're forgetting something. If you're playing that Kane, you're playing Rosa. Rosa means you have water CP. Shocking a Warrior of Light, this card with Kane Warrior of Light is a 11k first strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that Kane gets haste and first strike as well. But yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Basically, a lot of guys get haste and first strike. Did you, by the way, when you were counting up those guys, you forgot that there's 2 different Estinians, 2 different Rickards. Does that come into play? And
No,
3 different ones?
no. I counted that there's 2 different ones.
Okay, right. So only one of each Kane, Estinian, Rickard, and
Yeah.
Freya can be allowed. And loads of other ones. But basically, this thing gets big, it's hard to block, and it kind of ties like a neat little knot around the Dragoon package, I think.
It's your blocker Dragoon, because nothing can really duck underneath it apart from Shenhazai long cost stuff.
There's
And it's going
like
anything.
I mean, people argue Estinian's like the finisher card, but I think it's more just something really, really fucking scary.
It's not.
It's not
I'd
a
say
finisher card. It's not a Cloud of Darkness.
Estinian just has a bonus that he's a Dragoon.
I think Freya is the finisher card.
I'd say Kane.
No,
There you
Freya's
go.
Kane ties it together. He's not a finisher. Freya's Cherry Blossom is your finisher.
Yeah, Freya's Cherry Blossom.
2k for every Dragoon you have.
It's so good.
So if you have 5 Dragoons, that board wipes your opponent pretty much always. Yeah.
And it's cheap.
Yeah.
We just need another Freya.
Yeah. So keep that Freya alive. Yeah. And because she's got haste, you can actually play her S ability the turn she's in play.
You don't have to gold her for her S ability, so you can play her without the haste. Ooh.
Yeah. Basically, if you can just hold that double Freya in hand and not get them discarded the entire game, stick up 5 Dragoons, play her, and win the game.
Yep. In other words, Dragoons were a meme. Dragoons are still a meme, but they're a good meme.
They are.
Now ninjas are the old Dragoons, because they try to do to like, oh, maybe monks are the new Dragoons, but actually then they got Martin, now they're actually pretty good.
There still needs to be more forms.
Yeah, there needs to be more monks, but like, it's not ninjas, which I'm going to make work. I promise you, I will make ninjas work somehow.
Who is the OG meme deck though? Like proper, like ninja monk Dragoon.
I'm pretty sure Dragoons were the OG meme.
Are you sure it's not Chocobos?
Nah, because there wasn't enough Chocobos to begin with.
Yeah.
No, Dragoons for a while.
There was like, yeah, but there's like 3 or 4 Dragoons or something, maybe more in set 1.
In set 1 you had the 2 the Final Fantasy Tactics Dragoons, Rickard, and loose 5k Power King.
And one of the Canes, yeah. So you had like 4 different Dragoons at the time.
And then next set you get 2 Canes, another Dragoon. Opus 3 you get Freya and Dragoon. Opus 4 you get 2 Dragoons. Opus 5 you get 1.
And then Opus 6. As well, but yeah. Basically, Dragoons slowly got better.
Yeah.
And it can still get better.
Yay! Thank you for watching, everyone. We love you.
No, we don't. Maybe. I mean, I love Ever. I don't love you, Scott. Sorry.
No. Poor Scott.
This kid is what an A level in drama gets you.
No,
Fake crying skills.
I don't have an A level in drama.
Exactly.
I know. That's because you're fake crying so bad. If you had that A level, you'd be a professional fake
No,
crier.
I did really good fake crying in a theatre performance, but like, I'm not in the right composure to do fake crying right now.
Oh, by the way, there's only
Happy.
2 confirmed Sword Saints in the game.
Sorry?
There's only 2 Sword Saints in all of Final Fantasy that are confirmed.
Is it Fremelda and Orlando?
No, it's Orlando, and Fremelda's not actually a Sword Saint. She just translates the Sword Saint.
Oh,
She's actually a blade.
Isn't that other guy, that old bloke, also a sword saint?
Barban of Theoville, maybe.
Maybe. Right, so we may see a 3rd one. Okay. Other than Barb.
He's going to be a knight, seeing as his 3 jobs are Knight Devout, Knight Gallant, Heavenly Knight.
No, because if he's knight, he's going to be broken.
He's going to be a knight.
Right. Anyway.
When he runs around with Dykestar, Zalbarg, Ramza, and Alma.
Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah.
See you next
time. Bye.
Bye.